Now that we better understand why having a strategy is valuable and essential for our business and teams, let's talk about some common misconceptions about strategy. Understanding these will help us avoid common mistakes when we develop strategy. Let's say our vision is to become the go-to platform for indie game developers. That's our North Star, the big, hairy, audacious goal that we're aiming for. People often jump from this to what they want to build to help achieve the vision. If you ask someone what they need to become the go-to platform for indie game developers, they might list off optimizing your development tools to cater specifically to indie devs, creating targeted marketing campaigns that speak directly to the indie game community, setting up a mentorship program to support up-and-coming indie developers, increasing your social media presence in indie gaming circles, and sponsoring indie game jams or conferences. That sounds good, right? But these are actually tactics, and they won't suffice on their own. Short-term tasks don't help us chart a path to long-term success. Now, here's what a proper strategy to support that vision might look like. Develop a cloud-based game development platform that offers advanced features at a fraction of the cost of traditional engines. Create a revenue sharing model, allowing indie game developers to use our platform for free until their games generate income. Build a robust marketplace within our platform where developers can sell assets, tools, and services to each other. Establish partnerships with major game distribution platforms to provide seamless publishing options for games developed on our platform. And invest heavily in AI-driven tools that can automate time-consuming aspects of game development, allowing indie devs to focus on creativity. Now, this is a strategy. It's not just a list of tactics or a vague aspiration. It's a set of coherent choices about where to play and how to win in the market. Each element of this strategy supports the others and moves us towards our vision. The tactics we discussed earlier, like optimizing development tools or creating targeted marketing campaigns, would then be specific actions we take to execute this strategy. For example, to support the first point of our strategy, a tactic might be to hire a team of experienced game engine developers to build our cloud-based platform. Remember, strategy is all about making choices. It's deciding what you will do and, equally importantly, what you won't do. It's about creating a unique and valuable position in the market. In this case, we're focusing on indie developers, leveraging cloud technology, using a specific pricing model, and investing in AI. These choices set us apart from competitors and give us a clear direction for all our activities. This kind of strategic thinking can really move the needle for a business. It's not just about having a nice sounding goal. It's about having a concrete plan for achieving that goal and winning in your market. See how that works? The strategy gives you direction. It's the why behind what you're doing. It's about becoming the platform of choice for a specific market segment. The tactics are the how, the specific actions you take to execute that strategy. Each of these tactics supports the overall goal of appealing to and serving indie game developers. This distinction is super important because without a clear strategy, you might end up with a bunch of disconnected tactics that don't really add up to anything meaningful. You could be killing it on social media, but if that's not tied to a larger strategy, you're just making noise without moving the needle on your business goals. So next time you're in a meeting and someone starts rattling off a list of actions, ask yourself, or better yet, ask the room, what's the strategy these tactics are supporting? If you can't answer that, it might be time to step back and think about the bigger picture. Strategy as a fixed plan. Let me tell you a secret. The best strategists I know are always ready to pivot. This idea that you set a strategy in stone and then execute it for the next 5 years, that's a recipe for disaster, especially in the tech world. Good strategy is more like a compass than a GPS. It points you in the right direction, but doesn't dictate every single turn. You need to be ready to adapt when the market shifts, when new technologies emerge, or when your assumptions turn out to be wrong. And trust me, some of them will be wrong. That doesn't mean you change your strategy every other week. That's just chaos. But it means you must regularly check in, see if your strategy still makes sense, and be willing to adjust. Flexibility isn't a weakness in strategy, it's a strength. Strategy as a guarantee of success. Here's a hard truth. Even the best strategy in the world doesn't guarantee success. I've seen brilliant strategies fall flat and mediocre ones succeed beyond anyone's wildest dreams. Why? Because success depends on a whole lot more than just having a good plan. It depends on execution, timing, market conditions, and sometimes just plain old luck. Don't get me wrong, a solid strategy dramatically increases your chances of success. It gives you a decision making framework, helps you allocate resources effectively, and keeps your team aligned. But it's not a magic wand. You still need to execute well, stay agile, and be prepared for the unexpected. So, by all means, invest time in developing a great strategy. Just don't think that once you have it, you can sit back and watch the success roll in. Strategy as the CEO's job alone. If you think strategy is something that gets cooked up in the C-suite and then handed down to the masses, you're missing out on one of the most powerful aspects of strategic thinking. Sure, leadership plays a crucial role in setting the overall direction, but effective strategy development and implementation is a team sport. Your frontline employees often have insights into customer needs or operational challenges that top management might miss. Your middle managers are the ones who will be translating that high-level strategy into day-to-day actions. And let's not forget about your technical experts. In the software world, they often see technological trends or opportunities way before they hit the mainstream. Involving people from all levels in your strategic process leads to better strategies and creates buy-in. When people feel like they've had a hand in shaping the strategy, they're much more likely to get behind it and work hard to make it succeed. So try opening up the process next time you work on strategy. You might be surprised at the insights you get and the enthusiasm you generate. Let me tell you, a goal without a plan is just a wish, and do a bunch of stuff is not a real plan. If we want to achieve our business goals, we need to properly understand our purpose, which is our vision and mission, and why we want to achieve those. We need to fully understand the landscape in which we're operating, which means the current state of our business and the figurative terrain around it, because this will influence how we get to where we want to go. We need to study the current climate, which means the current market conditions, our target audience, what they want and need, and what our competition is doing. We must develop doctrine, which is our company or team's standard operating methods, techniques, and universal principles and values. Bringing all of this together, we demonstrate leadership through the creation and execution of a strategy that takes into account our purpose, landscape, climate, and capabilities. Guessing will get you the occasional win, and you can stumble along for a while that way. But if you want to be successful in the long term, you must learn how to develop and communicate winning strategies.